We return to the adventuring party.
Okay.
Sneak around. Sneak.
Okay, they're coming.
Run away. Run away.
That's the first time I've just like had fun with a match in a long time.
So,
No.
give me 1 second.
Makes sense.
We are going to start with Doyle. Which, by the way, before I continue, I must point out the absolute terrible naming conventions your parents must have had. We have daughters, Feather, Morrigan, and Doyle. We have sons, Andara, Leopold, Brian, and Locke.
Locke is actually a common Old English name.
I know, but like, I'm just lining up all the names. It's like your parents were on crack.
I mean,
Like,
I think that's kind of the point, homie.
No. Ironically, your mom was on crack at one point. So I mean,
I am Crack. Kid named Crack.
Kid named Crack.
okay.
I should have named myself Finger. Shit.
All right, both of you fuck off for a sec. Okay, we are going to start with Doyle. As we cut back in time a little bit, Doyle, you're sitting in your prison cell.
That's lovely.
You have been in jail for almost a year now. It's not that bad, you know. You get fed 3 times a day. It's not great food, but it's food. But consistent. You get water whenever you want. You've got your own little bucket, and a guard comes and changes the bucket at least once a day. You had a cellmate until not too long ago, but he got sick and died, and now you're a little concerned about sleeping in the same cell as a guy who died, but they won't move you to a different cell, so I guess you might just die. It's whatever.
Okay. I hope the body is at least not there.
The guy who died is not still there. No.
Okay, that's good.
They got rid of him. Don't worry. But like, they didn't clean the place afterwards. So I mean, other than cleaning his defecation off of his bed, they didn't really do anything.
Okay. I mean, that's lovely. Okay.
What are you doing? You are allowed a singular entertainment object that could not be used as a weapon. What weird little thing are you like? Do you have to entertain yourself in the cell? Is it a book? Is it a ball? Is it like a game, like a chessboard that you play against yourself?
Playing cards.
A what?
Playing cards.
Oh, playing cards. Yeah. So you just sit in your cell playing solitaire.
No, I'm learning tricks.
Oh, God.
I'm gambling with myself, with my own sanity.
As you got your sheet open, right?
Yep.
All right. Roll me a perception check.
Oh yeah, speaking of, where do we roll it again?
The roll 20. The link is in the general chat.
Oh, okay. Just let me try it real quick.
Stop. Wait, stop. Monkey. Cease. No more cringy memes.
Finger is a beautiful meme. You know what? Just to fuck with you.
Right, so if my skill is 2, that means that I roll a d20 plus 2, or the fuck, I
No,
don't
no.
remember.
2d8s plus 2.
2d8 plus 2, okay. There you go. I,
What did you get?
11.
Okay.
Or do I have to say it, or do you see it?
I'm not in the Roll20 real quick. It's being really slow loading in for me.
Okay, I rolled 11.
You hear, you know that the jailhouse it's got about 6 cells, a guard bunk, and like a common room for the guards. On average, there will be about 4 or 5 guards stationed at any given time. A little bit less than there are prisoners, but it's considered that's considered fine because the guards are armed and armored, while prisoners, even if they got out, wouldn't have any weapons. As you hear one of the guards kind of exclaim, like something along the lines of like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here," before you just hear like the shink of metal and the very clear, distinct sound of a man getting stabbed.
Okay, I keep on listening. Or
Like-
just trying to. I mean, I don't know what exactly happened.
Next to the door, or like trying to get a look, or are you like still sitting back by your bed?
You try to get a look.
Say that again.
Try to get a look.
Okay.
And see what's going on.
Yeah, you get your face up to the door, and you can barely see like the hand of like a little bit of the body of the guard like laying on the ground, his weapon like on the ground like next to him. You don't see who stabbed him.
I suppose the body is far away from me. It isn't close, is it?
Oh yeah, it's like not only is it through a prison door, but it's also like roughly like 30 feet away.
Well, I ain't fucking with this guy. I'm gonna try to hide.
Roll me a stealth check.
That's gonna be fun. It's a 9. 2d8 plus 0, right?
Yes, 2d8 plus 0.
Yeah, that's a 9.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, as you clamber under your bed, doing your best to try to hide from whoever might be like approaching, as you hear in a prison cell, like on the other side of the wall from yours, just the sound of the door creaking open and some commotion. You don't necessarily sound like yelling or talking, but definitely like movement and like something scraping against stone. And then suddenly the loud sound, a lot like an entire bed being thrown against the wall and shattering.
What the fuck?
You're not entirely sure hiding under your bed's gonna cut it.
Come
said-
again?
I said you're not entirely sure that hiding under your bed is going to cut it.
I mean, are there any other spots I could hide at? Considering I'm in a cell, I'm still locked in. There's a big someone outside who's ravaging the place, and I don't think I can really get out and hide somewhere else.
You as you're like looking out from under your bed, you see kind of walking in front of the cell door is like one of the guards' pet cat.
I, um, I, I mean, that's cool. I don't know what to do with a cat.
Hey man, this is a choose your own adventure.
I mean, I leave the cat alone. It can be a distraction.
Considering the fact that the cat notices you under the bed and is like looking at,
It notices me.
yeah, it notices you. It also occurs to you if the cat notices you, then whoever's like fucked up the other room also probably noticed you.
Okay, well, fuck it. I'm getting
Probably
out of the bed.
probably would notice you is a more.
Okay, well, what is the bed sheet? The bed made out of?
Wood and straw mostly.
Okay, I try to pull out a piece of wood and like makeshift weapon, at least something.
Okay, make me a athletics check.
$17.
Oh yeah, no, you yank out for one of the legs. You currently have a wooden club, which here let me downloads player's handbook. It does. It is a crushing weapon, so you use your crushing skill to hit with it, and it does 3 damage. 3 plus your strength modifier, 0.5.
3. How much?
305. Here.
305. Okay.
And let me quickly try to get your Let me see if I can find your sheet. I know I've got it. Ashen Knights. There we go. Doyle. There you are. Yeah, you got a strength of 4. So that does 7 damage.
If you don't save the cat, I'll be disappointed.
Yeah, it's there's 7 damage, 0 almost surpass. As the cat it just jumps up into a window seal. Almost directly across from your cell is like a barred window.
I mean, I don't think I have the strength to pull out metal.
Probably not.
But I mean, I can most certainly try. You know what? Fuck it. I fucking grab that shit with both of my hands and pull it as much as I can.
Roll me an athletics check.
It's a 19.
19.
Yep.
Well, you're not able to get the door open. It does occur to you. Cats are smart. That guard would have had a key on him.
I mean, that is true. That is true. But how am I going to make a cat do that? The cat is just dead alone, isn't it?
Yeah, he's just kind of like wagging, like shake, like its tail is just wagging kind of side to side, sitting up in the windowsill. As on the other side, keep in mind there's like two hallways, and there's a wall dividing all of like the cells. So here, let me one. Where the fuck is there? It is. Okay.
I mean, I would try to get a cat to do something, but I don't think I have the ability to speak to cats and tell them to take the key specifically.
All right. God damn you guys. The sheep is awful.
My dad needs my help with something right now, so I will be back in like half. I don't even like in a bit.
That's fine. Boom. Okay, so the prison cells, just for the record,
What about a prison cells?
hold on, I'm just drawing out like a map for you.
Oh, okay.
All right, you are in.
It's a Hershey's chocolate bar. Yum.
You're in this prison cell.
Okay.
This one's the one that got the bed smashed. The dead guard is like about right here. And the cat's like right here. So what you gonna do?
Save the cat.
I get on my knees and I try to signal the cat over.
Roll me. Handle animal.
God. It's a 13.
Yeah. The cat hops down, walks over to the cell.
Hey, buddy, you see that guy over there? Do you see something shiny on him? Like, bring it over, come on. I point at it.
It's just kind of like rubbing. It goes through the cell door and just kind of like rubs on your leg.
That's cute. Okay. What am I supposed to do with a cat? The cat doesn't have anything on it, does it?
Roll me another animal handling check.
Okay. This is 17.
Oh, roll another D4 without the bonus. Or D8 without the bonus.
Without what?
Another D8 without the bonus.
2d8?
No, 1D8.
1d8. 1.
I know which popular media you're ripping off, Dad.
It's a 1. Roll a 1.
All right, then name it.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
There
The
we
dog.
Yeah. Good. Good eye. An 18. Yeah. You point at the dead body. And the cat kind of just paws and tilts its head. And then leaves the cell and starts heading to like into the main room. And then turns the corner.
Come on.
as you hear this prison cell get completely fucking demolished.
Okay.
Like, it's loud enough, you're pretty sure whoever's doing this tore the fucking hinges off the damn door.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Okay, I'm getting an idea, but sure, let's. I'll try to get a cat to bring it over again. Or just wait for it, I guess.
Roll me a meditation check.
Meditation. Oh no. I'm gonna fucking yell at the cat. It's a 6. It's a 6.
Oh, I know. Something's stuck in my tooth. You feel this wave of nausea, this sickening aura, this dizzying feeling. The room starts to spin. The weight of the club in your hand intensifies. Your own body weight starts to cause your legs to shake a little.
Oh, I punch myself to try and get back into my senses.
You feel a sensation like fingers go like somebody pulling their hand and their fingers like across your back and up towards your neck. You spin around. There's no one there. The feeling of the hand still lingers. You like slap at the back of your head. There's nothing there, but then the fingers. It feels like something
another
protruding
cat.
into the back of your head.
What are the
Like they're
chances?
grabbing at the very base of your brain itself. Your vision starts to go a little red. And I mean that in a literal sense, like tinges of red and pink on the edge of your vision.
Oh shit. I just well, I don't have experience with this. Fuck, what would I do if I went crazy? I pet the cat to feel better.
That's not here at the moment. I have a meme chat. Jesus Christ.
I call the cat over.
You fall to one knee, close your eyes for a moment. A terrible migraine beating at the front of your brain. You hear as the red start as your vision almost goes entirely red.
You are going to follow them. You have no idea what you are doing.
You are going to follow them. No idea. Follow who?
Deeper its roots will reach. There, you will welcome my embrace.
roll me a d20.
Okay, I have no idea what he said at the last part.
He said, deeper its roots will reach. There you will welcome my embrace.
Okay.
An 18. As he says this, the red in your eyes starts to go back to normal, and the door shatters off of the hinges and into the wall in front of you.
Holy shit. Okay.
As if some invisible force yanked it off out of the wall.
Okay, well, fuck. I take the opportunity. I go to the guard and take his shit.
Roll me a sleight of hand. You can grab the sword, no problem whatsoever. It's a broadsword. I'll give you the stats for it. But in order to take anything else off of him, grab me a sleight of hand to do it quick enough before the person on the other side of the that's over here is able to get to you.
No, that's a 5.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, you don't have any bonus to second?
No.
Sleight of hand is
Dexterity.
a 0. Yeah, okay. So that's actually a 4 because the 1 counts as 0. That's awful. So you're only able to grab the sword. So let me get you the stats for the sword. That is a broadsword, which I will drop. With your strength rating, a broadsword does 815. So it is statistically better than the. I don't know if you have any points in swords. I didn't look, but it is better than the club, because not only does it do a point of an extra point of damage, but also has a point of armor surpass. So it's a direct upgrade from the club.
Okay.
As you see coming around the corner is a massive man dressed in well, okay, so let me just use a picture to paint a million words here.
Picture to paint a picture.
Yeah, this is what the Elysians look like. You know, those guys that have been rounding everybody up. This is what they look like.
Oh, looks pretty cute. Honestly, like, I don't know. They look kind of handsome.
Smash.
Exactly.
Fuck up, Morgan. Make me. What is your speed?
My speed is run speed is 17.
All right. As he just in a growly voice, Hycro, found you. As you take off running.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
As you run into the middle of the town to find that the many more people like this guy are ransacking the place. There are houses on fire. There are guards trying to fight them off and being fucking slaughtered. These guys have much better weapons, much better armor. They're shooting fucking fireballs out of their hands. Like, there's the town is in shambles. And there are people being grabbed by like their hair and their shirts and being dragged off to the north. And you're able to outrun the one that was trying to get to find you in the prison, but there's plenty more.
Something tells me that this is not the most favorable situation to be in.
No, it's definitely not.
Okay, go on.
As you when you see the hilltop on fire By the way, Morgan, you did not share that so that everyone could access it. It is. Yeah, fix that. Thank you. You see that the hilltop where your sister's wedding was supposed to be happening, it is on fire.
Oh shit, that's not good. Wait, how do I know about it?
Well, I mean, your sister's been engaged for like the equivalent of like 6 years, so like the exact wedding date has been in plans for a while, and you're keeping track of the days. You weren't in prison indefinitely. You were only going to be in jail for like 3 cycles.
Okay.
Which is like a year. A little less than a year, actually.
Okay. Is it am I supposed to do an action, or are you still adding stuff?
Well, what would you be doing right now?
Probably try. Well, since I'm in a village, I'd probably try to hide in one of the houses so I'm not easily spotted by these guys that are apparently everywhere.
Roll me a stealth check.
You got it. A 9.
1 sec. A 9. Well, you find a house that isn't on fire at the moment, and the first door is locked. Second back door not locked. Quickly throw yourself in. Run inside the house. Check that there's no one else already in the house. There isn't anyone else in the house. You see that the house has a basement. You head down into the basement. And boy, whoever was fucking around in this basement was fucking around. Like, there's like medical equipment down here. There's a bunch of books.
It's like a workstation.
Kinda, yeah. There's a big locked chest too.
Locked chest. Okay, is that
Is this Brian's house?
Not likely. Brian would not leave all that obvious shit out.
Well, I mean, that's not the obvious.
What's the hedge made out of?
What's the chest?
The hedge
The
to the basement.
oh, but there isn't a hatch to the basement. There's just a staircase heading down. There's a door. It's made of wood.
Okay, what's the door made out of?
Wood.
Wood. Fuck. So it would burn down. Okay, I scoop around. See if there's a key to that chest or anything that could help me.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. A 9.
There's no key to the chest, but there are a few hiding places you could find down here.
What's the chest made out of?
The chest is made of really sturdy, like mahogany wood, and like iron.
Is it like reinforced with iron, or is it like?
As at the moment, we're going to shift our attention over to Brian and Leopold sitting in this fucking prison cell. Ryan. Both of you guys. What you guys doing right now?
I'm waiting for those guys to respond to me because I did a whole ass speech last session.
Yeah, your response was the spider saying, put them at the top of the list, and the guard just nodding, which was the equivalent of in Skyrim saying, they're not on the list, ma'am. Fuck the list. Kill them anyway.
Oh, sweet. So me rolling a 25 did absolutely nothing. Great.
Our little cage, is it like on a wagon connected to horses?
Not to horses. Also, for clarity, the 25 did do something. It just hasn't. The thing hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
So don't feel like
figured, but it's still but I'm still allowed to make fun of you for it.
I'm very make funnable.
Yeah.
It's not so much a cart as it is just like just a large cage.
Oh, it's not like on wheels or anything?
Not on wheels. It seems to have been made stationary here. Now, obviously, it could be lifted up and moved and put onto a cart or something, but it's not on a cart at the moment. It's just sitting here.
Did I notice any like?
Oh, I was gonna say there's 5 of these cells out of all 5. Only one of them is like kind of full. The one you're in and the one your brother and sister are in, neither of them even seem like halfway full. Like each of these could hold like easily about like 40 people.
Did I notice any like strange reaction from the spider dude when after I was done doing my little spiel?
The spider dude, not so much. The regular dude, you can tell behind the mask, you could see very human-looking eyes behind the mask. And
so, like, basically what I'm trying to say is, did I get to them?
Roll me an insight check.
Insight, 2d8 plus, what's my modifier for insight?
I think Leopold would just kind of silently pray for guidance.
Ten.
You're not entirely sure. You can't tell if you got to them in like how you got to them. As in, like there's 3 or 4 different reactions you could possibly have made to the human. Now you have no idea about the ectomy. They have a spider face. You can't tell their emotionally.
Yeah.
But about the human dude, you can see his eyes behind the helmet. And you imagine one of 4 reactions. You either pissed him off, annoyed him, frightened him, or made him question his resolve about what he was doing at the moment. One of those things definitely happened. You're just not sure which.
I kind of like hide a smirk, look back at I look back at Leopold, and I just kind of lean up against the bars, back facing the rest of the army, by the way. And I just cross my arms and give him a nod. Everything's all right.
Leopold, make me a piety check.
I was going to ask for an insight check, but yeah, let me... Piety.
Oh, you said you were praying.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying there. 2d8. Don't ignore that. I don't know how this works. Oh, I had to do it twice. That's so dumb.
By the way, have we noticed the rest of the party or the rest of the family showing up?
You saw them on the hill. You don't know where the only one that you saw, like, definitely, was Locke.
Oh, okay.
Locke is doing about as good of a job hiding as Kronk was in Emperor's New Groove.
Ah,
That's 15.
Your prayer, quiet. Yeah, I'll give you a moment to describe it if you would like.
To describe the praying?
Yeah, you don't need to exactly quote everything about it, but describe the context and the emotion behind it and so forth.
Just kind of reaching into one of his pockets, and he's got some apple seeds and a little bit of dirt, so kind of grounds himself. Just leans against one of the bars and closes his eyes, kind of make it to seem like he's either tripping or just coming to terms, but kind of deep down he actually focuses and drowns out what's going on around, using his focus on that just to kind of reach out to the land and to the Lord, just to ask, for help and guidance in this situation, because it's not one that he's faced not this severely before, so he's unsure of the next steps.
I would also like a piety check from Brian.
me? Piety?
If you have no piety, then just 2d8.
Oh
Yep.
my.
That's quite literally what it is. 11.
As the results of these two are Leopold, when you open your eyes, you uncup your hands, you see the apple seeds. In your hand was 7, 8, 9, 11 apple seeds. One for all of your siblings and each of your parents. One of the apple seeds has shriveled up and is black. But all the other apple seeds, in literally only like the second you are holding them in the cup of your hand, have all sprouted a tiny little piece of green out of like their side. This is not the day that you die. Life is on your side. Have faith.
He seems to visibly relax, but doesn't share anything else beyond that to Brian. Just to add, the other two siblings are actually in there with him now, right? The youngest two?
The youngest two are in another cell, like right next to yours, and right now they're just being quiet. They're seemingly like whispering to each other. You imagine, knowing Bethany and Carver, they're probably trying to figure out a way out, and in the sneakiest way fucking possible.
Got it.
Brian, you're sitting there, smoking. You got to them. There's going to be some questioning. They're going to think about what you said. There's going to be, you're going to have an opening. When you get that opening, you're going to go for it. All of these motherfuckers are going to wish that they had never fucked with you.
Hell yeah. I
And
am quite literally just fucking shit posting.
And then your arm goes numb.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a weird smell. Why does it smell like pears? freshly cut pears.
Turn around.
You don't see anything. Leopold, your brother's nose is bleeding. And his ears.
I'm just kind of like standing there. I'm trying to not look suspicious, but I'm just kind of like looking around, trying to figure out what's going on.
Is there any like loose cloth lying around anywhere?
Yeah, there's there's some on you, plus other people have some.
He'll get like the cleanest he could find and just kind of quietly try to dab the areas where the blood's coming out.
No, what are you doing?
Hold still. Hold still.
What are you?
Just
Is that blood?
hold still. Yep. Yeah, get you cleaned up a little. Now, I'm not using my tongue like Bomb did, all right? Just hold still. There. It's all right. We'll get out of this.
Leopold, he has a fever.
Get help! Get help! My brother's dying! Get help!
I was like about to lean over to you to mention something, and then you start screaming.
What?
What?
Oh no! You're dying! Ah, get help!
I'm not. I'm like about to say I'm not dying, and then I pause for a second and I clench my I put my hand on my chest. I just let my arm that's numb just go completely limp, and I just start looking really dazed and confused, and I basically just give in to this fever.
Oh, that was incorrect. Hold on.
Can I make some sort of a check to see if I can figure out where the fever came from? While I'm doing this whole performance?
No, that wouldn't be feasible. But
Nah, okay.
Leopold, make me a. Is this a diplomacy? Are you genuinely trying to get help, or are you doing the get help bit?
Both, because I can use his actual sickness as leverage.
Which is higher? Which is the higher bonus for you, diplomacy or guile?
Oh, let me. Stupid mouse. Diplomacy is 5, guile is 6.
So yeah, roll guile.
Guile. 88 plus 6. Can't stop. 23.
Damn.
There was an explosion there.
Considering the previous statement from before, when the same guard rushes over, the same Elysian rushes over. Fucking goddamn it! I knew there was something wrong with this fuck. As he holds his hand up and yells something in a language you don't speak, and another one of the Elysians throws him a key ring, and he opens up the door for a moment.
How many are there, guards?
I'm just kind of like leaning on the wall, and as soon as he opens up the door, I just kind of like fall onto my face out of the cage. If they try and catch me, I'll let them, but I'm just falling out of the cage at this point onto the ground.
There are 6 heavily armed and armored Elysians. 19 19 there are 19 like conscripts, which like are either humans, Kalfars, Frains, and like ogres who are not wearing those like fucked up monster masks, but are like still wearing like the tabards and armor, or like a less like leather armor instead of like metal, but like the same colors.
So it's
so there's
very
a-
unlikely to outrun all of these things.
It's unlikely to outrun 25 dudes. Plus, the Itomi is still here. It's to clarify. Roll me your choice of theology or carpenter.
Ooh. I'll go with theology.
Oh, because I think I already made a roll for that guy last session.
13.
Doesn't look good, man. It looks like they're building a giant pyre, like a Burning Man, and the body just so happens to have a sizable hole in the chest, just big enough for one of these cages that you guys are sitting in. They're building a few of them.
Oh, they're trying to do fun times.
All right, well, since I got a piety response, I'm not going to do anything crazy or instigate. I'm just going to go with the flow for the moment. But generally, like, hey, shit, look, my brother's very ill. Because he doesn't know what's going on either.
Yeah, same. I'm not overreacting in any way. I'm basically acting as if as if a normal person would in this situation.
Would I know what it might be?
What he's sick with?
Yeah.
Barber check.
A what?
Can I try and figure out what these symptoms are?
You could both roll me a barber check.
Like haircutting barber?
Barber is the skill for all medical, all anatomy, human body, including haircutting.
Really?
Long-term
it's weird.
Well, a barber, in medieval times, a barber wasn't a haircut. A barber was just a general physician.
Shit, we
wow.
rolled good.
Even with a -3, I still got a 13.
And what did Brian get?
19.
Okay. So, Leopold...
I have no modifier, it's just a 0.
Based on... At first, you thought he was having a heart attack. But if he was having a heart attack, he'd probably be unconscious or dead by now.
Chest compressions. He knows that much.
Also, I don't think you bleed from your ears and nose when you're having a heart attack.
Oh, yeah. I did. That's right.
Brian... You have ruled out every normal disease. There is clearly something supernatural going on with you.
I see.
It is, well, technically all disease is vaguely supernatural, but this is exceptionally supernatural.
All right.
Is you're suffering from symptoms of a disease you are unfamiliar with even existing. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't exist. It just means that you've never encountered or read about it. And you've read about a considerable number of diseases, considering your father, personal favorite pastime before becoming mayor was as a doctor. This is a job he's worked for a long time on the side. Something a lot of Luk-coonites usually end up doing. So you've been around the medical field for a bit. All of you have. Everyone here is at least vaguely understanding of what disease is and how one can avoid getting sick. But you're unfamiliar with it, which leads you to believe that it's probably either just Like maybe you're cursed? Maybe there's a curse happening right now?
Like, feel magical? What am I feeling at the moment? I'm feeling lightheaded. I'm feeling like
Yeah, you
like
feel
I'm,
lightheaded. You smell pears. That's
I
all you can
smell
smell.
pears. Do I feel that like cold that runs across your body where like your skin just gets inexplicably cold for no reason with some like
Yes.
that? Okay.
Have you ever
Am I
experienced
starting to feel the blood now too dripping out of me?
yeah. Well, I mean, you feel it physically once it exits your body, but it doesn't feel
Yeah, I'm feeling it drip around.
yeah, you
Okay.
don't like it doesn't hurt. Your nose and ears and whatever, they don't hurt. You know that
My
feeling
throat hurting?
no, your throat doesn't hurt. Do you know that feeling of like almost like hot oil hitting your skin when it's like a weird mixture of like warm, like you're standing in a doorway between like and it's cold outside, but there's
Yeah, that like hot and cold feeling where it's just kind of like moving around your body. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You feel that.
Is it starting to get like worse where it's like unbearable?
It's not unbearable, but it is like extremely uncomfortable.
I say move us down the list. That way, if one of you guys gets sick, we can like try to figure out what's going on. Because if you kill us first, then you may never know. Just a thought.
I'll just start hyperventilating.
Just a thought.
Fucking hell. As the guard the Elysian yanks you out of the cell, Leopold,
Ah!
and pull like over the shoulder, like holds Brian like over his shoulder and like drags you along. Locks the door, locks the gate back up, tosses the key back to the other Elysian, and like starts like and takes you guys to like a tent of some kind. As we're going to cut over.
I'm starting to cough, like just heavy coughing.
Hang in there, bro.
As we cut over to Locke and Morrigan. Now, Andara said that they found the rest of you guys. They're not going to be able to get you guys like you guys found Brian, Leopold, and like the youngest, Carver and Bethany. So he's going to go find Mother. And
Okay.
the last thing he said before he ran off into the town was, "Don't do anything Brian would do."
Okay.
So you guys are currently hiding behind a rock, with a vantage point over this little camp. And you guys, Locke, are you there? I'm just gonna focus. What is Morrigan doing?
Well, she's trying to not panic first, and can she see how many like guards and people there are? Like,
About 25, not counting people that they've imprisoned.
okay. So about 25. So that'd be 19 conscripts and 4 Elysians then. Uh, okay. And we're what towards the back of it?
Roll me
Like,
a stealth check.
oh, let me. That is a +3 because she is hiding a thing.
So I know Locke is there, so at some point I want to try like making direct eye contact with Locke and like basically letting him know that I know he's there before going
Does
right
the
back
one
into the cough.
does the
7.
one that I rolled on the third dice count towards the
So,
end?
okay, so if you roll 1 after an 8, so if the 8 explodes into a 1, the 1 counts.
Oh, okay, that's 17 then.
Yeah, that's 17, not 16. As pretty good chance. Yeah, you're able to sneak around to like the back of the camp. As you're like behind the cages. As you notice that you see as Brian and Leopold, like Brian looks real fucking sick. Like he does not look good.
Oh.
And Leopold, like him and Leopold, like got pulled over to a tent.
And she sees the big pyres they are building, right?
Oh yeah, no, but roll me a theology check.
Theology. Let me find that again. That's a +9. 20.
Yeah. So these are sacrificial burning men to the god Aulus. They are planning on taking everybody that they put in these cages, hoisting them using ropes into the burning man, and then lighting the burning men on fire, probably killing. Let's see, hold on. Considering the size of the cages, their intended sacrifice is going to be. Let's see. Probably 200 people.
200 people? Okay.
And damn well everyone in the cages are either well-known criminals, or Hycros who lived in town, like cousins, nephews, uncles, distantly related individuals, including Bethany and Carver.
Shit, does that also include other children? Like kids?
Yeah, no, there are kids in here.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Also, if you guys
I'm
want to
keeping.
Also, if you guys want to look in ally art, there is pictures of both Bethany and Carver. Carver's obviously not wearing his helmet at the moment.
Yeah. I'll be keeping anything remotely flammable near the burning people. Like the burning pyre things.
Sorry, can you say that again? Your mic sensitivity is really high, which means that you kind of like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. Is there anything burning, like flammable? Well, no. Is there anything she can use to light a fire at, like, the pyres to cause a distraction?
Well, what are you gonna use to light the fire?
Like a torch?
Well, they don't have any torches. These guys can just make
They
fire.
don't?
They can just
Oh
make.
shit, no,
Yeah, they're clerics who can just like make fire. So like they don't need torches or flint and steel or anything like that. They can just summon it.
Okay, tell me if this is a thing I can't do, but could Morrigan try walking to a spirit and, like, ask them to set whatever, like, is that a thing she can do?
Well, you have access
can see spirits.
you have access to the light line at the moment. So you
Yeah.
could try to summon a light facet. But it can't.
Which
You know that a light facet is basically this Navi from fucking like Legend of Zelda. Tiny little ball of light with like tiny little fairy wings. They are not particularly helpful in the form of lighting things on fire. They can't talk. They can only follow basic instructions.
Okay. So never mind, because that obviously won't. Um, can she like sneak up to like I'm assuming there are guards watching the cages,
Sorry, say that
right?
again. I'm having a little bit of a hard time understanding you because like the mic quality.
Yeah. Is there like other guards stationed outside?
Oh
Like
yeah,
each of the cages.
there's
Yeah.
like 25 dudes in this camp. Only about 9 of them are like the big Elysian guys. The rest of them are just like conscripts or like whatever, like laymen, like non-clerics who also worship the same god.
Okay.
They don't look nearly as threatening, but they're still more threatening than you, considering that you know, I don't think you have like a weapon or anything.
No, no. How much noise would it like attention would it bring if she did summon a spirit and then told it to go to the center of the camp and guide like yeah, just go to the center of the camp. Like a glowing would that be a thing she could like theoretically try and do? Because I don't quite know how the magic in this works.
All right, so yeah, let me. You are a status 0 summoner. Book of 2 names.
On the notes as well, the spell she has. If that is any help.
Just trying to find the summoner page. Cool. There's summoner. Okay. So at the moment, you're not actually able to summon any spirits quite yet. You have Sea Spirit. This spell grants you the ability to hear, see, and speak with spirits around you as if they were material creatures. Where you cannot call spirits to you, you are capable of making deals with any you find around you. Once you have cast the spell, you can cast it again and learn the level of any spirit you see. It should be noted that you can only hear, see, and speak with types of spirits whose lines you have already learned. So you're able to see and speak and hear angels. Presumably, if there are any anywhere fucking near you.
And that's the thing she can do at will without like any components.
Yeah,
right?
you can do that. You can just cast that spell. Although I will require a description of what casting the spell looks like.
Okay, so she casts that, and it's like her eyes, like her irises are normally gold, but like it just all of it turns like gold as she sees spirits.
As you'd see in the middle of the like Sorry. Middle of the camp is the large brazier that is on fire, where they're like throwing the belongings and like bags, books, additional clothing, whatever, of any of the people that they've captured. And within the flame is a large blackened angel, seemingly of fire, with a skull-like face that's kind of like the Punisher logo, but like made out of bone, with large wings like a Balrog, just scouring over the entire encampment. 6 or 7 feet.
So, and it's just sitting in the middle of the large brazier.
Yeah, let me get you an exact description. Pat, load the fucking page, you whore. Sorry.
Makes sense.
There we go. Okay, yeah. It has like a bone, like a bony skull-like face that is terrifying to look at. Standing 11 feet tall, seemingly made out of white spectral fire and ghostly essence, and with large flaming like Balrog like wings. Yeah, he's just like sitting in the central brazier.
Where is he looking at the moment?
He's just overlooking the creation of the large boarding men visages. You speak Ahar Mazdian. You're the only one in the party that does, but because you have to in order to, yeah. So you overhear a spider, that like large spider-like creature, talking to one of the Elysians. As the Elysian, this seems unnecessary. Most of these people haven't committed crimes. It is not about their crimes. They are a crime. Sorry, that's not the right voice. It is not about the crime. They are the crime. They were born of Luk-coo. Luk-coo has sided with darkness. Luk-coo has sided against the enforcers. The gods saw fit to remove Luk-coo from existence, and the order has come from upon high. Helena herself has made the decree. All of Luk-coo's clerics, all of Luk-coo's children, that includes Tribe Hycro. What are the Pelganites going to think about this? We don't particularly care. This isn't the first human tribe to be wiped clean from the earth, and it likely won't be the last. So, but what about the children? All of them. Hycro clan dies, goes extinct, is removed. I expect every man, woman, child, and baby of Clan Hycro in this town in that fire burning. If you do not do this, you will join them. Am I clear? Yes. Good. Now continue to do your duties.
Oh, okay. Morrigan looks like very not Hycro because of what happened to Pelganite. Oh, with the confidence she doesn't necessarily feel, she's just sort of gonna like walk into the camp up to the brazier and start throwing things in.
Wait, like into the middle of the camp?
I mean, she doesn't look like Hycro, does she?
You know what? That's an entirely valid point. Roll me a guile check.
Um, oh, 22. That's, oh my gosh.
That's a nice one.
So
Yeah.
as one of the conscripts, hey Helios bitch, where'd you come from?
She raises an eyebrow at him and I don't think that's your concern. You looked like you needed help, and well, you know, might as well.
Right. Well, hold on one sec.
Oh,
Back. He says, well, if you want to help, you can join the rest of the, women over in the medical tent. Probably where they need you the best.
I see. She's gonna make direct eye contact with the angel in the fire.
The
Like,
angel,
you know,
the angel turns, looks at you, peers deep into your fucking soul. This angel ain't buying shit. And it's pretty clear he's got a very specific job to do. But if he was not doing whatever he was specifically told by something stronger than it to do, he'd be tearing you in half right now. The look of hatred that you are getting from this angel is like nothing you have ever seen, and probably nothing you will ever see again. Standing next to this brazier is the most in danger you will probably ever be.
Morrigan just fucking beelines to the medical tent. like she was told to go and help. She is not fucking around and finding out with that one.
As we cut back to Leopold and Brian. As Brian,
I'm fucking dying, man.
you're starting to have a hard time, like, having full, like, grasp of your surroundings. The light fades. You're in a dimmer area. It's cooler in here. You're put on a table. A metal table, you think? Maybe there's just like a metal sheet on the table. Your vision's really blurry. Are you doing anything in particular?
I'm gonna start groaning and mumbling, and I'm still like heavily breathing, keeping up that trade. And I'm just gonna kind of like lean over and like clutch my stomach, and I'm gonna try and fall off the table.
Is who's with us?
Okay, you enter into a tent, and in the same tent as you is is the man who brought you in here, 3 random like nurses, all of which seem to be Freyines. Now, it should be noted, none of you have ever been able in your entire lives to physically tell the difference between a male and a female Freyine. They all look like women.
Nice.
Like literally the only time you've ever been able to guess if a Freyine is female is when they have a slightly bigger rack, because men are physically the same as female for like hips, like waist, face structure, everything. And unironically, the gender stereotypes and fashion norms of Freyines is reversed. So, those that are dressed like guys who have guy jobs are usually women, whereas those that are dressed like women with more feminine jobs are usually men. But that's also not entirely a 100% statistic either. So, just so that you guys can continue being confused about it for the rest of your existence, I'm just going to say 3 Freyines, and you can guess their gender.
But at least the one who dragged us in here is still here.
Yeah, he's still here.
Okay.
And there's also one other human woman who is like dressed in armor and with a shield on, like a shield and a sword. As her picture can be found also in ally art. The second from the top, Alara.
Nice.
Ow.
Nice.
All right.
As Leopold, your brother just fell off the table, just as one of the nurses was about to start looking at him.
Yeah, and as he's trying to help his brother back up, he's like, "Man, I hope he's okay. I hope he doesn't die. Man, I haven't even had a chance to tell him the big news yet."
What big news?
Oh man, you didn't? Well, of course you're not going to know. I'm going to be a father, man. And that's okay, because if something happens to me here, at least the Hycro family will continue. He's trying to help his brother, just not really thinking about it.
The man kind of takes his mask off, revealing, like gray, but like not like old man gray, but like naturally gray hair, kind of cut back in a buzz. He's got a sharp face, green eyes. And he looks over to his to Alara. Can't do this. These people didn't do anything. It's not their fault. We can't do anything about it, dear. We can. We can help a couple of them get out. And then what? This doesn't follow Orlus's doctrine. The order did not come from my god. It came from Helena. Yes, and your god says to follow Helena's orders. He's not my god. I'll do whatever you say, but if you put us in trouble, we won't necessarily be able to get out of it.
Look, and we're not here to cause trouble. I mean, I don't even have a Luk-coo clock. You know, I follow the lands, and my brother, he's kind of estranged from the family, so he doesn't even follow any of that. So whatever beef you guys have with Luk-coo, that's just Luk-coo with me, because we ain't got nothing to do with that.
As you're discussing this with the Elysian, Brian, you feel a very soft hand caress your cheek.
I'm gonna fucking kill whoever's doing that.
You turn your head, there's no one there.
I think I really am dying. Alright, fuck it. And I get up and I start slowly trying to stand and trying to walk out of the building, completely knowing that these guys are gonna try and stop me.
Yeah, no, the Freynes...
I'm looking at them try it.
The Freynes, surprisingly, without too much of an effort, are able to keep you on the table. And one of them, you feel the sharp prick of a needle in the back of your neck.
I immediately fucking jolt.
As your legs start to not cramp up, but freeze up, as something in that needle was it had some form of tranquilization in it.
Is there any innate power in me to help him?
Not this kind of thing.
Okay.
As they put you back on the table, and they kind of just stop existing from your field of view, Brian. And the smell of pears. Holy shit, it's strong, but so good. As you hear the sound of small boots on stone. Clack, 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 clack. All other sound, all other people in this room kind of just fade away. It's not necessarily that they're not there, it's that you're just not really able to focus on them. But what you are able to focus on is the most beautiful woman you have ever seen in your entire life. Also a Freyne, so for a moment you thought maybe this is one of the nurses, but no. Dressed in a low-cut, revealing outfit, black lipstick, long black hair. Never seen a Freyne with black hair before. Her eyes, a deep red color. And when I say she's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, I mean that in the most nymph mystical Greek mythology, like a god chasing this nymph because she's so beautiful, and then she turns herself into a reed to escape his clutches kind of beauty. Well then, as she looks at you, with a wide smile. As she like leans your head to the side, using her soft hand, just caressing your cheek and your chin to like lean your head, like so you're looking to the side instead of straight ahead.
Does she like smell like pears or something?
She smells so much like pears.
Okay.
I
What
remember what's
the
going on.
Fuck did you do?
Would Leopold pick up on what's going on?
You don't smell pears, and you don't.
No, I meant with the whole situation of him being sick and getting a doctor to help. I mean, I think I know Seeley, but I didn't know if Leonard might have picked up on it.
Seeley, you probably. It's more likely that you believe that Demar has given you an opportunity by. Demar probably made him sick to give you guys the opportunity to get out. Like, Demar did get help.
I got you. I'll take it.
I just kind of look at her and I just say, I like squint for a second. Can they hear us?
No, you're not. Your lips aren't moving, dear. And I'm not. And as far as they can tell, I'm not even here.
Good. So, I assume this thing is either going to kill me horrendously, or it's going to give us a chance to get the fuck out.
No. Kill you. The only reason I'd have to kill you is if you proved that you weren't as valuable as I think you are.
I get it now. Alright. So, and I'm like squinting and I'm visibly acting less sick, to her at least, but I'm still kind of like, dazed because I'm actually sick, and I say, all right, so what do I have to give you in order to get help? So obviously you're some sort of big, powerful god lady or something. I don't know. I don't quite frankly care. What do you want?
Well, I don't necessarily need anything. I came through. I felt the presence of so many of you little twilight bastards. Burning, screaming. The desperation, the pain, the sorrow, the chaos of it all. And in the midst was some very defiant little souls. I was curious. My curiosity was sated. You have an opportunity to escape by manipulating this man and his wife. I don't necessarily think I need to do much. Now, if you're willing to try to offer me a bargain, that you'd be the one asking me, you'd be the one selling something, and then I would give you the price for that thing.
My question is, what are you in the market for buying?
If I told you that, it wouldn't necessarily be valuable. And besides, you could always just lie to me. You little Claymen are so good at that. Lying. Lying to yourselves, lying to the other races.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
I dearly respect the game. Game recognizes game. But what is it you are willing to sell? Your service, your abilities, something as simple as a favor, something as complex as your very soul. What is my help worth to you? Especially considering the fact that you don't even know what my help would look like, what form it would take. Could I get you out of here? Easily. I could get your entire family, those who still live, out of here. But at what cost? I suppose that's up to you. What is getting your family out of here worth to you?
I see. See, you put me in a position too. Because I have absolutely no reason to trust you. I mean, you poisoned me, but at the same time, it's not like I can just walk away from a potential opportunity. This puts me in a conundrum, you see. I'll have to think about it for a moment.
TikTok. See, that man over there, that Elysian, he could heal you of this little bug I gave you. It's nothing serious. It's not deadly unless left untreated for cycles, probably. Your sister and brother could probably do a good enough job fixing you up.
But
Of
they're
course.
not here right now.
Well, your brother's here. You have a
Oh.
couple other brothers. Now that I mention it, escaping using just the Elysian without my help would only guarantee the safety of 3 of your siblings. Your other 2 of your siblings would definitely die. 2 of your siblings would maybe die, and your mother would die. But if you do get my help, who the fuck? Oh, okay. I was about to have a fucking panic attack. But if you do accept my help, well, then everybody but your father would live.
I just kind of like look at him. I've been trying to avoid eye contact, and I just kind of look straight at her. Half the family. Or one.
Half the whole family for one.
Leopold kind of, can Leopold hear what's going on?
You can't hear the only thing during this entire conversation that he's muttered verbally is half the family for one. And that was
I said half the family or one.
half the family or one. And he just said that. He said that kind of in a mumble groan. And he kind of looks like he's unconscious, but only partially unconscious, if that makes sense. As we focus back on Leopold, as just then Morrigan walks into the tent. Morrigan, you see that Brian is on a operating table being looked after by 3 fraying nurses. There is an Elysian that is not wearing their helmet right now, speaking to another human woman in full armor, and Leopold is talking with them as well. As you just walk in, and they kind of all the nurses don't look at you, but I imagine Leopold and the other 2 do look over at Morgan.
Real quick, right before she walks in, Leopold would have put his hand on Brian's shoulder and say 1, just because he was trying to remember what he had with the apple seeds. And then that's when Morgan walked in.
So
Florida is at least funny and not scary.
You enter the tent. I previously described what was in the tent.
Okay. He's just like, well, shit. They were right. You did need help.
Who are you?
I just.
Who sent you?
Oh, the people at the brazier said you would need help, so that's why I'm here. Help.
Leopold, do you say anything about this being your sister? Are you
Morrigan, by the way.
You respond to
Is he smart enough to know that he shouldn't reveal her identity?
Roll me an insight check.
For context, Morrigan isn't pretending, isn't recognizing. She doesn't look like she recognizes him. If that makes sense, they're just other people to her.
28.
Oh.
This guard is one good argument away from helping you guys try to escape in one way or another.
All right. He's gonna kind of do this. It's gonna be weird. He thinks he's being sly. He's trying to look like he's being sly, but he's being a little bit loud on purpose. As he kind of moves over to her. Sis, what are you doing here? You're gonna get in trouble with the rest of us. You gotta get out of here.
He gives Leopold a blank look, just zero recognition.
Don't look at me in that tone of voice.
Don't look at me in that tone of voice.
Who is this tiny little?
Um,
Look, bro over here needs help. Come help over here.
Your sister. She doesn't even have this. Wait a minute. He looks at your golden hair and so forth. She's been blessed. That's why. That's why they didn't realize you were a Hycro. Smart.
What? Huh? You were Hycro all along?
Locke.
Yes.
You find yourself in a frustrating situation. Your brother Andara went off to go find your mother after you guys realized where Bethany Carver, Brian, and Leopold were. And he said, don't do anything Brian would do. And you're like, all right, that's easy enough. And you're watching over the rock, and you're keeping an eye on the camp. And you say, hey, sis, you think that they'll be able to get out on their own? And then you look over, and she's gone.
I'm gonna walk back to the wedding venue.
You look up the hill, it is on fire.
I'm not gonna walk back.
I'm gonna walk back to the wedding venue.
Do you have weapons on you?
Do I have what?
Your weapons.
No, I do not.
I don't think anyone have weapons. We never selected any.
You should, I'm gonna say you might not have your armor, but you would definitely always have your broadsword. You're a cleric of Pelgan, for fuck's sake.
Actually, I'm just gonna walk home.
Through the fire?
I want to clarify what the situation surrounding you is.
Yes.
Half the family is in cages. Your
Yes.
sister, who you made a promise to an angel of Pelgan to protect.
I fucking forgot about that. Shit.
Yeah. There we go. Just making sure you were remembering everything.
Thank you. I forgot about the sister thing.
Just vaguely disappeared, presumably walked away in some direction, and you should probably find them. The hill that your father and most of the wedding guests were up on the top of seems to be on fire. The town is also partially on fire, as these clerics are lighting houses of people that they can't capture on fire, and that fire is spreading to other houses.
I'm gonna run into a burning building and sit down.
You rolled an 8. You have no fucking clue where she went.
Okay. I'm gonna run off into a random direction. Give me a second for the random direction.
Oh, by the way,
Um,
while I was being carried off to the tent, I made direct eye contact with Locke.
Oh yeah, you're looking around, like looking terrifiedly, like where the fuck did she go? You look over and you see Brian being carried off into a medical tent by one of the Elysians, and he makes direct eye contact and fucking smirks at you.
Yes.
Can I follow?
Yeah, roll me a stealth check. Do I need to roll this too?
Fucking roll 20 being a glitchy motherfucker. I can't even click. Oh, and it broke. It crashed on me.
It's fine. I'll roll for you.
I wouldn't have actually smirked at him. I actually would have been looking at him like dead fucking serious. This is probably the most serious you've ever seen me look.
I'm gonna do your mother. Yes, I know what that implies. I am not scared.
I basically gave you the look of stay the fuck put and find a better place to hide.
I'm gonna follow just to piss you off.
So you here, let me.
Light mode.
No, my brother, don't die.
My
Switch
brother
quickly.
As you start heading down with intent to, stealth around the camp towards the opposite side of the camp with the medical tent, one of the conscripts, like a small group of the conscripts, there's like 3 of them, and like they're all ogres wearing tabards, full clothing, which is really weird for ogres. I'm giving you the choice now. Are you armed and armored?
I am armed.
I thought you said you had no armor and arm.
I'm
I
giving
have arms. I'm not armored. I'm just armed.
Okay.
I'm armed and legged.
Do you have weapon?
I do have a weapon.
Okay. So do you have your shield with you?
No.
Okay. So your armor rating at the moment is 0, which means your armor penalty is 0. Okay. We're taking this 1 plus. Yeah, okay. So, and you have a plus. Oh, yeah, you already have your broadsword marked on your sheet. So you get a +8 with the broadsword, 815. Okay. So these 3 guys approach. Looks like we got a straggler, boys. Oi, we should throw him with the rest. Now, wait a minute. We could have a little bit of fun with this one before we throw him in the cage. What you doing, boy? You think you're gonna rescue your friends?
No. I just straight up totally no.
And what you doing here? Shouldn't you be
Following. I'm just following you guys because I'm curious.
Do you know what they said about curiosity and the cat?
I don't know, but I hope it's racist.
Not sure how to twist it to be racist, but I'd like to find a way.
Yeah, because, like, fuck them knife ears.
No, fuck you. Stupid fucking git. Alright, hand over your weapon. Get in the cage nice and good like, and we won't have to rough you up.
I'm gonna pull out my sword and I'm gonna hold it loosely, pointing towards one of them, kind of in a way that it would make them so I take out my sword and hold it in my hand and I point it towards them, kind of in a way that makes it look like I'm giving it to them from the blade side. So they have to grab the blade to take it from my hands, and I just point it at them here, just have it.
Roll me a guile check.
What the fuck is guile?
It's
How
what's the
constipated you look.
guile. You have a +3.
What the fuck is guile?
Guile is lying. Guile is
He's a
lying.
character in Street Fighter that's got this cool hairdo.
Wrong guile.
Guile is lying in this.
Oh, you did not do great. As
Why on my dick?
he says, "Oh, we're not stupid. We're gonna walk over there and grab the sword, and you're gonna swing it at us and chop our damn hand off. You're gonna throw it on the ground. Put your hands above your head. There's 3 of us and only 1 of yous. Even if you fight, you ain't making out of this without a good, nice beating."
Do I only have a sword on me?
Yeah, you just got your sword.
Okay. No knives, no nothing else?
Yeah, just the sword.
Damn, I can't throw the sword. I'm gonna throw the sword at one of their faces.
Okay.
No, I'm just thinking out loud.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you said
holding my brother.
Do it.
Who's holding my brother? How much of them are holding my brother at a time? Is it just one of them or 2 of them?
Nobody's holding me.
there was only
We're
one
already in
dude.
the tent.
Yeah, you guys.
There's 25 guys. 3 of them just decided to walk over and catch you.
Oh, they're just 3 guys? I thought there was someone with them.
No,
Yeah, I'm probably fucking
3 dudes.
like
Just 3 dudes?
feet away from you.
I thought there was someone with the 3 dudes.
No, there's just the 3 dudes.
Oh, they're just the 3 dudes. I either have the option to surrender.
Surrender, attack, or run. Or try to talk your way out of it.
Would you like me to tell you what would be appropriate based off of the ideals of the faith of Pelgan?
Yes. I don't know what Faith Pelgan is anyway, so yes.
These aren't humans, so fuck them.
Okay, so the Faith... Right, I forgot, I'm racist! I forgot they are humans.
No. I should... Did you not read the section? Okay, Pelgan's doctrine literally says humans were made to rule the world. Every other species except for 2 specific races that he likes are considered inferior, lesser, and barely people.
I remember the thing of Pelgan, but I just forgot these guys were orcs, right? They're orcs?
He likes Cheyenne, which are the cat people, specifically the Norgali. And he likes...
So the people in front of me are furries.
No, the worse than furries.
Okay.
These are ogres, so treat them like a southern father would treat a pedophile.
So the people trying to threaten me are ogres, right?
Yes.
How heavy is their armor? Oh no, they're just wearing their religious clothes.
They're just wearing leather armor. Not super great.
Okay.
It should be noted, just to remind you, on the flip side, unless you absolutely 100% do not have another option, you should never kill a human, no matter how much you want, no matter what they've done to you. Every other possible option is better than killing them.
So if do they have swords or any weapons on them?
They've got axes.
Are they in their hands?
Yeah.
Shit.
They're ready for a fight.
Oh, they're all holding their axes in their hand. Fuck. Okay, I've got an idea. Do you think this would work if I threw my sword at one of them, and then punched another one and stole his axe?
I mean, honestly, if you just jump them fast enough, you can probably take one of them out before the other two get a chance to hit you.
Oh, okay. Oh shit! I'm also holding my sword forward, so I could just lunge into one of them.
Yeah. Well, let me check your reaction bonus real quick. Your reaction's awful. The ogres are probably gonna jump you first. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. Fuck. I mean, I am. They are in defensive positions, and if I lunge at them, they'll probably block. Oh, so I don't have a good reaction, so I can't really just do the rule of cool shit.
I mean, it's entirely up to you, but Pelgan would want you to jihad these fuckers.
Oh no, I'm gonna fucking try killing these fuckers. I know that. What's the ground like?
Flat, slightly slanted, just slightly.
How rocky is it?
You what?
How rocky is it?
It's not really. It's like a grassy knoll, basically.
Okay. So throwing my sword is not a good idea now. Fuck. I really wanted to throw my sword at one of their heads and just kill them. I could try stealing one of their axes and throw that, I guess. I'll just encounter them. I'll try lunging into one of them.
Oh god. You somehow rolled a 0 on your reaction.
Oh no.
Bro. 2 1s.
Bro, fucking Umark all over again. Umark all over again.
Literally. I'm gonna fucking get my
Umark.
dice because this is too low for rolls. I'm getting my dice.
Literally Umark. Just for reference, Umark was a barbarian who had a -1 in dexterity, so meant a -1 in initiative in D&D. This motherfucker rolled like on
4.
every encounter. There were like 7 encounters. Rolled a 0 on like 6 of them.
Yeah, I only rolled a positive. I only rolled a non-zero initiative in one encounter, and it was like a 12. No, it was 16. Yeah. It was 16.
Yeah, it was fucking shit.
Everything else, I rolled a fucking 1, which is a total of 0.
You just had like the fucking barbarians luck of D&D. Barbarians like
You lunge forward, and the ogres, being ready for you, are going to try to hit you. Now, they don't have the best attack, and you have a defense of 6 and a defense capacity of 5, which means that they're not going to break your defense capacity. Okay, that third one might hit you, but that's a 12, 12, and 16, and your defense is 6. So you rolled a +6 each of those times. Dodge, and dodge. Okay, so despite the fact that like they definitely have the jump on you, you matrix avoid 3 different axe chops, as you lunge towards these guys.
Yes.
Do you want to describe that, or would you like me to?
So as they try hitting me, so I lunge forward, and they instantly dodge my attack, and I expected them to dodge it. So as they counterattack me, as I expected the counterattack, I kind of weave the way of what I anticipated the counterattacks to come from. And it ends up being successful, and I just don't get hit. Because fucking God Gamer moment. Dark Souls.
And now it is your turn to attack, which you have a +8 to hit.
Okay, I'm going to attack the one with the largest penis.
That's a really funny comment, You have no idea who has the biggest penis, though. You.
Okay.
Let's see.
I
hold
will attack who has the largest right hand.
on. Well, okay, so just are you going for the kill, or are you going to try to like like just remove them from the fight?
I'm going to remove them from the fight.
Well, describe removing one of them from the fight. I'm banning you from stabbing them in the dick.
I know. I wasn't planning on that yet.
I've had too many players in the last week and multiple games that I've ran this week try to or successfully stab people in the dick.
I wasn't planning on that yet.
Just please, a break from the dick shots. It's starting to get to the point where I'm physically feeling every dick shot.
I'm actually going to go to try cutting off one of their arms.
Oh, but you already succeeded. So yeah, describe the removal of the arm.
So I'm gonna lunge forward and deliberately make it look like they dodged the attack while having my blade under their arm, and then swipe up forward, slicing off their arm.
As he screams in pain, and you hear from the camp the sound of like people are loaded to the fight. More people probably on their way.
Yep. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you just continue.
After also like cutting off his arm, I'm gonna roll and take the axe he had off the floor.
Is he holding both weapons?
Yes.
As you see more like guards from the camp start like heading your direction as the scene shifts as you're basically standing in like the I'm a die on this hill kind of pose, slowly being surrounded by guards and Elysians. As she shakes her head, that's not the deal we are making. I don't want. I need you around to make whatever bargain you're going to make. What use is that to me?
Roll to seduce demon. Fuck it, AJ. Fuck it. Have sex with it.
Shut up. Shut up.
I'll shut up now.
No. I am a good Christian boy.
But did they actually kill Luk-coo like they said? What's up with that?
Hold on.
I'm gonna say. Will I see him before he goes?
She looks at her nails with it, kind of looking uninterested.
Answer me.
You misunderstand my offer.
I understand now.
You
I'll
think
take your second offer.
You think
the
that
one for all. I don't need your lecture.
Now, what's the payment? You have agreed that you want my help. Now, what are you paying me with?
$100 virgins.
Come on, you Luk-coo knights are Always so creative. So poetic. You telling me you can't think of anything?
I can think of one thing. Something you would like quite a lot.
Oh? And do tell, young Hycro, what do I want quite a lot?
I'm a particularly interesting person. I can get things done. My services would be useful.
You're right.
You're clearly some sort of conniving, sneaky or so.
You misunderstand me. I am the savior of the subjugated. I am the new goddess of freedom. You stand before the future, young Hycro. Your clan is in the past, but you don't have to be. You want my help, I offer it, but not freely. She takes off her necklace, a bejeweled diamond necklace. And for full clarity, this is something you don't even roll for. Diamonds are the hearts of dragons. They do not form naturally. They are the heart of dead. Like when a dragon dies, the heart turns to diamond.
Based.
This, you are going to take it. I'm going to leave it here in this tent. And when you fully wake up, it will be here in the flesh. And you are going to take it and take good care of it. There's a group of people. They owe me a favor, so to speak. In the desert of Ash, out in the dunes, a group of the tribe of Wind Jackal, Mihangis of the desert. I provided them rain once when they desperately needed it, put them in contact with Fatosh and her Thunderbirds, and kickstarted their whole little anti-Ajira agenda. For that reason, their Duke owes me one favor, and you're going to cash that favor in. He knows what to do with this pendant. So just follow his instructions. Do what he tells you to do with it. And then you and I are in the green. After all, helping you is barely an inconvenience. It doesn't. Agreed? Hello?
Deal.
Sorry, what did you say?
So I just kind of like stood. I just kind of like was like lying there for a second, and I just kind of look at her, and I turn my head and I look back up, and I just kind of like mutter, "Deal."
Wonderful. If you ever want to make more deals, darling.
I intend to. You and I aren't finished here. I have scores to settle.
Her grin widens, far wider than a Freyne's mouth should widen to, revealing despite the fact that Freyines are herbivores, completely incapable of ingesting meat, entirely vegetarian diet, 2 long canines. As you start feeling significantly better, she just whispers, leaning down and whispering in your ear, "Your family is marked. Your brothers, your sisters, everyone in this tent, and your mother. Your father could never have been saved. By the time I spoke to you, he was already dead. Don't leave the tent." As your resin gets fuzzy, you rub your eyes, she's gone, and your fever starts to decrease. The feeling of nausea starts to go away. Your body stops aching quite as bad. You have feeling in your hands and feet again. And at just this point is when Morrigan walks in. Now that their mic is no longer fucked up.
Who's the first person I see when like my senses come back?
Morrigan, because you sit straight up and she's coming in through the tent, in front of the tent.
No, I'm like lying down. Are the Freyine just like tending to me still?
Yeah, they're putting like wet towels on your head and like checking your pulse and all like
I
checking.
punch the person that is fucking doing the wet towels.
They stumble backwards.
Like full on sucker punch right in the fucking nose.
The other two like quick,
so much so that it like throws me off and I fall onto the ground. I assume I'm still paralyzed, basically.
Your legs aren't working, but above the waist you're perfectly fine.
Yeah, I just fall onto the ground.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. Here, let me get to that for you.
Morgan, what do you do? Actually, no. When Morgan comes in, that whole situation happens between Morgan and Ken and Leopold, where Leopold is like making it clear that they're siblings. Morgan's trying to play it off like they're not. Then quickly Brian sucker punches the nurse, falling off the table. Morgan, what is your reaction?
Is he okay? Does
Brian, aside from your paralyzed legs, it seems that everything is back to the way it's supposed to, including the bleeding has stopped. Things still smell like pears.
It will always smell like pears.
You're starting to think that maybe the smell of pears is coming from you. Out of character. If this was 5e, you just took a level in Warlock, motherfucker.
Let's go! I have funny powers now. I'm just kind of like still mumbling and groaning around. I'm continuing the charade that I'm still like sick, and I'm like kind of like every so often I'll like get up and I'll like look up and I'll see in like a specific direction, and I'll like look in just some random direction, right? But I'm looking in that direction as if I'm seeing things. And if anyone make an insight check.
Yeah, both.
I
of you
was
guys
gonna say, yeah,
Anyone who wants to make an insight check.
let me find my notes.
because we know
Well,
Brian enough that he's not always on the level.
I'm gonna make a guile check.
That's a 14.
That's a 14, 14 from Kate, 18 from Monkey, 13 from Leopold.
Okay.
So
All right.
They're not able to determine for like fact or not whether or not you're sick.
Or
I
playing
was
it
going
off,
to do
yeah.
that for a completely different reason, but
Lay down, bro. You're still sick. Come on, we got to get you better.
yeah, I was actually hoping you guys might roll a little high on that one, figure some stuff out. But no, yeah, I just kind of like stand, like after I punch, I'm like lying there on the floor, like face into the dirt. I don't know if like the tent has a floor or anything, or if it's just the ground.
It's pretty much just ground.
Yeah, I'm like face like dead on into the dirt.
Then Leopold's definitely on the fray and is trying
then-
to comfort her and help her.
And like I'm there for like 5 seconds, just looking right into the dirt.
The voice.
Before I almost kind of like snap for a second, and I start like looking around, trying to figure out, and start doing that pretend bit of trying to like look around and as if I'm like seeing visions or seeing things, as if like the hallucination from the fever is getting worse.
The voice.
Or is
The voice. Just the echo of it from like not like literally. You're just remembering when she said, "Don't leave the tent." But there doesn't seem to be any more visual or audio hallucinations at all. And Morgan's here now. That's interesting.
Yeah. So, would you still have like the spirit sight thing up?
Is what?
Would you still have the sea spirits?
Yeah, you still have sea spirits up, and you you didn't see anything. Although the yeah, you didn't see anything.
Okay. So she would know he's not seeing spirits.
Yeah, he's not. Well, again, you can only see angels, so you just know that there are no angels here.
Yeah.
As you all hear a crackling sound from outside. Like kind of like the sound of rain, or like a hot oil on a grill.
Morrigan frowns. Is that the noise you normally hear when doing these sorts of things?
Sorry, what was?
Is that the noise you normally get when you burn
Does
people alive?
it sound natural or unnatural? I think is
Yeah.
It sounds like it's raining, but not. Doesn't sound like rain. It sounds harder than rain.
Like hail?
Well, out of character, your character's never heard hail before.
No, but yeah.
But yeah, like out of character, yeah, it sounds like hail. Does
Leopold hear this?
Yeah, Leopold, you hear it, yeah.
He sighs. It's like sometimes you piss off the wrong gods, and just shakes his head.
Does anyone want to look and see what it is?
Yeah, Morrigan's gonna try
Did she specifically say nobody leaves the tent, or just I don't leave the tent?
They said, well, the implication was pretty clear. No one should leave the tent if they're already in the tent. Like promise that your family would be fine, no matter where they are, but y'all should not leave the tent. Morgan, do you leave the tent or do you just open the flap to look out?
She's just gonna look out. She doesn't. Yeah.
I see her walking towards it, and I just say, "Hey, hey, uh, I think it's clearing up a little.
Back on the table, you're delusional.
No, I think I'm getting a little better. I can I can actually see your ugly mug now.
As you pull the flap aside, just in time to see it is hailing. Shards of ice falling from the sky. People are running for cover as the brazier in the center where the attar was has gone out. The angel is wreathing in pain, unable to move. Suddenly, the fire that was in the brazier is replaced with growing shards of ice that grow up and surround, encasing and entombing the angel, who all the while
You're
Hold on.
eating potato chips again.
Sorry, all the while you hear this earth-shattering scream.
Morgan.
No! Not now!
Morgan just stands there, frozen.
The
Not really
angel
sure.
becomes a statue of ice. His hand reached up towards the sky as if trying to escape his icy tomb. And from the brazier, black fog starts billowing out.
I jump, I immediately, get up onto the thing. And I, get up onto the table. And I'm still, paralyzed from the leg down. So I'm basically just crawling. And I just fucking jump. And, try and grab Morgan and pull her inside.
Do you try to resist being grabbed?
No, she's shell shocked from seeing that.
By the way, did the voice effect work?
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
Actually, no, it didn't. Didn't at all.
It did
actually.
not be more.
Yeah, it totally didn't. It didn't work. It didn't work.
That sucks. Damn.
It was
And-
not lame. It was awesome.
We're not gaslighting you. We're totally not gaslighting you.
I never know what
We're
to
not
do.
gaslighting
So-
you, bro. You're just fucking
It was
crazy,
really
man.
good.
You're all gaslighting me in different directions. I don't know what to believe now.
So if they pull away
We're
from,
gaslighting you.
if they get pulled away from the entrance, Leopold will close the flap, and then just to help everyone cope, he's going to try to pass out some edibles. Here, this will take the edge off, man.
Drugs.
Shit.
The Freyens take it. They don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, he shares. All natural based.
The Fae are literally made of drugs, dude. It's
Well, he makes deals with them. You know, he gets a little something in return every now and again. Some good
Do you
stuff.
have any antidote or something? I'm starting to feel better. Do you have any shit to get rid of this stupid paralysis? I can't move my legs.
wear off in a moment. You are a danger to yourself and everyone else, and clearly still a danger.
Fuck you.
Fuck.
Listen,
I'm the only reason I'm alive right now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Come on,
I'm gonna
guys.
I don't
I'm
care.
gonna interrupt.
Come on, guys. There's
I'm
shit
interrupting.
going on. Let's not shed into here.
Wait. Can I interrupt this and tell you guys that there's a list on Wikipedia that's dedicated to ethnic slurs.
We don't need to know
my
that.
language.
We don't need to know that right now. Anyway, so we're going to cut temporarily from this perspective over to Locke. Locke,
Yes.
you are surrounded. They are approaching you. If you engage in all of these men, you're either going into a cage unconscious or you're dying. Like, you're going down. But like, that's the thing. You probably have the mindset of, they probably took my sister. I'm going down swinging. I'm not gonna pussy out. Like, most of these guys aren't human. Fuck them.
Okay.
I'm gonna
While they are coming closer, I am going to step on the face of the guy I killed and just crush his skull.
Oh yeah. Snap his neck snaps before his skull starts cracking.
Same difference.
Surprise,
Cold blood.
a surprisingly strong skull, but you snap his neck, his jaw pops out of place, and then the crack is screaming the entire time until his neck snaps.
Kevin has a sadistic smile on his face. Like he just seems happy with the kill.
Campaign's first kill, everybody.
Hey, let's go.
As your
First of
And
many,
it was a hate crime. Let's go.
racially motivated. Racially motivated.
We're fucking stupid.
you are getting ready to take your Alamo stand, surrounded by these guys, and then the strangest thing happens. The clouds grow dark. The sun, which is setting on the horizon at this point, almost disappears entirely. And ice starts falling from the heavens. You've seen it rain, but you don't live close enough to Niflund to ever see snow, let alone ice falling from the sky. It doesn't hurt at first, and then it starts hurting. The ogres, several of the conscripts start running for cover. The Elysians create shields of flame above their head. One of them still approaches you, intent to drive a blade into you for killing the conscript. As you prepare to face this Elysian, a bellowing scream from the center of the camp terrifies every Elysian around you, chilling them to the bone. As the central brazier disappears, all the fire goes out and is replaced with a pillar of ice, 11 feet tall. And out of that ice, out of the brazier, starts bellowing this black, foggy smoke that clings to the ground, that spreads as if crawling across, skittering across, as if it is alive. Everyone you see caught in the mist, their face.
Wait, so is the guy still there? The one leftover who still wants to kill me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Currently, like, turns his back temper like this, like not fully, but like takes a step back so that he's like kind of got his side to you as noticing the ice. But this is an act of divine intervention you were seeing before you.
So what do the orcs look like in your world?
These are ogres. Ogres are on average 7 feet tall.
Okay.
Usually fat and muscular. On average, they are extremely physically fit creatures with body proportions similar to an anthropomorphic bear, kind of. Entirely hairless. And their skin is a variety of different shades of red. Tomato red, bright scarlet, dark, like brownish red, but their skin is always red.
Okay.
They are almost entirely hairless. And what I mean by that is they usually have eyebrows and maybe like a little bit of hair on their head, but almost like to the point where the vast majority of their bodies are completely smooth bald.
Yeah, think of a bald loincloth Chris Farley.
Think of Dwayne Johnson if Dwayne Johnson's skin color was tomato.
Okay.
And he had the belly of the average modern bodybuilder.
Yeah, he had the belly of an average bodybuilder, which is definitely not his actual physical physique.
The average
Damn, Warhammer
modern.
doesn't have any. How the fuck does Warhammer not have any racial slurs for ogres?
There's no racial slurs for Ogren?
There's no racial slurs for ogres in Warhammer. In World of Warcraft, sorry. In World of Warcraft.
I don't know.
Usually WoW has a bunch of racial slurs.
WoW doesn't usually focus on that kind of thing as often.
Yeah, but they have racial slurs made by the community.
Oh, I don't know. Honestly.
Fuck.
Maybe because everyone likes ogres. I don't know.
Anyway.
I guess
come up with something creative for somebody with red skin. Come on.
Red skin. Just say the N-word. Straight up.
I'm just gonna call him a Marxist.
I'll ban you.
You fucking communist.
Okay.
You stupid communist.
Chill for a second, guys.
Sorry. My brain just comes to communism.
Everyone who gets caught in this black mist that's spreading out, they fall breathing in pain as the very flesh off their bones starts dissolving. It doesn't even take a few seconds before they're nothing but a skeleton. A blackened...
I'm gonna start laughing like a fucking maniac.
Wait, isn't their god Mool?
What?
Isn't the ogre god Mool?
Yes.
Just call them fucking Moo Men.
Good one. Okay, wait, I'm gonna enter character now and just go. Wait, I've got to fucking win. I'm just gonna start laughing hysterically and just. God has forsaken thee! Die! Die!
Do I hear him out there laughing his head off?
My character's just fucking going batshit insane.
He's probably a little too far away to hear, for you to hear his laughter at the moment, Leopold.
Darn.
You shall perish.
As the black mist hits the carts, you see your sister, you see your brother and sister in the cart, in the cages. The black mist hits the cage. They seem fine.
I don't even notice. I'm too caught up in my delusion.
Of course, every other man, woman, and child in the cages aren't so lucky.
I'm too caught up in my delusion to notice anything, and I'm just laughing my head off and going batshit Joker.
The Elysian backs up the one near you.
Yes.
Shooting a blast of fire at the mist. The mist, almost like a living creature, kind of parts, avoiding the blast as it bellows over him like a wave, melting him down like it's like the mist's name was Walter White. And then at the mist,
say my name.
And then the mist gets to you and does nothing. You don't feel any pain. You don't feel. If anything, you just feel a little cold, like it's
as the mist comes to me. Deus, I thank thee for your infinite retribution on all the impure. Cleansing shall begin. As the mist comes towards me, as the thing comes towards me.
You did see Morrigan, however, as she parted the tent. You saw her poke her head out. on the other side of the camp. A camp that is currently full of dead people.
Do I even know? I feel like my character would be too caught up in their own delusion to notice.
I'd like to point out, in her surprise, the halo has probably come back.
Yeah. As with this wave of entropy and destruction.
And to the demon and the blackness, she has gone Ashen. So she doesn't really register Leopold doing that.
That's fine. He just embarrassed himself.
Morgan, despite the fact that consciously you know that this is very unlikely, considering the way that you tend to think about things, it's very likely that you're caught in your own head, probably blaming yourself for everything. Even though you have no idea why that black mist happened. You have no idea what just happened. You can't help but feel it's probably your fault.
Now, who is this directed to?
Morgan.
Oh.
Yeah, she just wraps her arms around herself and and just. Would she hear the screams of the people dying?
Does she hear me and my insanity?
The people in the cages, the guards, and then after a moment, the town. Everyone.
She pulls back, so she opens the tent flap again, and she forces herself to watch.
Does she hear my insanity?
Yeah, you see Locke. And it should be noted, you and Locke are probably the closest out of all of your siblings, other than maybe you and Leopold, because you and Leopold are the only ones that believe each other's fairy tale stories. You and Locke are almost inseparable. Locke is out there, surrounded by skeletons, untouched by this black mist, laughing his fucking head off.
While also screaming about divine retribution and heresy and shit.
Yeah, he's on his fucking Pelgan shit again.
My eyes are bloodshot and I'm going fucking insane.
Probably fucking kicking some of the skeletons too.
I'm picking up skulls and trying to break them in my hands. I am going monkey. My character
is the mist beginning to seep into the room? Or is it almost as if it's magically barriered at the door?
It barriers at the door. It stops at the door.
I kind of force myself to get up, and I look out behind Morgan at everything.
You see that the cost of her help wasn't your father's life for your families. It was the lives of every single other person.
I stick my hand out. Do I get hurt by it?
Nope.
Everyone else stay in here. And I walk out.
You know, he has the worst plans ever. Trust me.
A little.
Before I do that, I take a look around. Is that necklace around anywhere?
Oh yeah, it's sitting on one of the tables, unnoticed by everyone else.
I grab it quickly, put it around my neck, and put it under my shirt. Everyone else stay in here. I mean it. And I walk out.
And with that, we're going to end the session. All right, everybody. See you next week.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.